Welcome to Lead Like a Girl, where we are empowering everyday women through our stories. I'm your host, Jessica Smith, and I began this journey by sharing my life story. Now, I've joined forces with my longtime friends, Jamie and Coralyn, to keep this party going. We met many years ago as young sales girls in our 20s, driven and quickly rising to the top of our industry. As the years went on, life happened, and we all found ourselves in new companies and completely different industries, still striving for success in it all. Career, family, faith, fun. Now, it wasn't easy, but we never stopped moving. Get ready for our real conversations, inspiring stories, and our big life lessons as we share it all. The good, the bad, and the funny. Welcome to Lead Like a Girl.
Welcome, Lead Like a Girl. Hey, you guys, I am so excited. I've been hyping y'all up for so long about this trio, and now today is the day.
Today is the day.
We are here. I am here with Jamie and Coralyn.
Hello.
And I'm super excited, you guys. I really am. I just want to start off by just talking a little bit about how this all came about for those of you that maybe you're a new listener or maybe don't know the background story. I'm going to give you a little. So season 1 of Lead Like a Girl has been a podcast that I have used to tell my life story and just share my story of growing up and corporate America and all that good stuff. And as you can see here, I'm representing with my Toastmasters sweatshirt today because I love storytelling. So these young ladies and we've been talking for years, 25 years here. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. What are we going to do? And I was asking God to help me see what's going to happen with this podcast, what's season 2 going to be. And organically, we just came together and said, wait a minute. We are freaking hilarious. Like we get together and it's just like a whole vibe.
Everyone thinks so.
So I'm like, why don't we get together and season 2 of Lead Like a Girl can be us just talking shit, just telling stories and all of that. And so today I want to just welcome these young ladies. We're going to learn a little bit about how this came about, a little bit about their journeys. We can get kicked off with Jamie, maybe just kind of throwing out real quick, what is our vision and this Lead Like a Girl 2.0 next chapter?
Thank you. So I wanted to bring up the fact that we had a summit between the three of us in Mankato and at Coralyn's house and just brainstormed and accomplished so much. We came up with the idea to use storytelling as our way to empower women. Our mission that we came up with was empowering everyday women through our stories. So we talked about not only women who are leaders in their companies, leaders in their communities, but also women who are they're not just women who are leaders in their own household, and just being able to talk about our stories, talk about our experiences, laugh, of course, and then just bring these women together, to bring awareness to the fact that you can be a leader in any aspect of your life. So so that's the vision we came up with. I have more, of course, because I was the note taker and also the leader in the snort laughing contest. But I love the vision. I love the vision that we came up with. And it like you said, it was very organic. It was like all three of us talking about all of our ideas. And then, I love the fact
we talked a lot about not having it not be, it's not against men either, right? It's for women. That was a big part of the conversation too, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And here's the thing. I think what we're going to find is that we're going to share our stories. And those of you that know me, you know that I have a passion for diversity and inclusion, and being able to share our stories from the perspective of, all of the different walks of life. It's going to be great. I plan on having a lot of fun. I'm excited about this journey. And again, why the three of us? I'm like, Lord, what are we doing? What are we going to do? And I think we all kind of had this vision at the same time. Like, wait a minute, we need to record these conversations. And
yeah, exactly.
I mean, how many times we get together on the phone and we cannot get in a breath because we're laughing so hard.
Yeah. And so we want to bring that just to listeners, and that way we can still continue to support and encourage and empower all the women out there. And to Coralyn's point, Lead Like a Girl is not just for girls, right? Because we know that we need everyone. We need everybody to work together. We're better together, and that includes men. So we are definitely not here as men bashing women. Like, we're in this together.
Maybe like
It's
every
an all
day.
play.
Right. So I want to start off with, I guess, kind of a little bit of an icebreaker. And I want to ask, I'll start with you, Coralyn, to, again, y'all know that I'm old and forgetful, and these girls, especially Coralyn, like, she would say, "Oh, remember that time where you
Oh my
had on
gosh.
that red dress and those black heels?" Like, what? Who the hell remembers that? Coralyn.
I can't help if I got a good memory. Don't be jealous.
I'm not. What do they say? Who has the memory? A memory like an elephant? Why? I guess elephants have good memories. I don't know.
Can we not refer to me as an elephant? Thank you.
No, I did not mean it like that. Okay. So my eyes.
One time you can refer to me as an elephant, but that's it.
That's all. You got it. You've used the one
Okay,
time.
I got my one in. Okay, so my icebreaker here is, tell me about the day that we met. Okay, and then there's a second part, and then wrap it up with, what are you just most excited about with starting this journey together on, season 2 of Lead Like a Girl podcast?
When I was thinking about where to start this journey and this story, I thought that it would be, if we're into storytelling, I thought that I could tell you guys.
You better not say no embarrassing shit, because I've already embarrassed myself enough. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Go ahead. I forgot.
So I thought, I totally missed it. What did you say?
No, I said don't say anything embarrassing, since I've already embarrassed myself enough in season 1.
Maybe before, yeah. I think that what part of our values and our vision is being transparent, right? And that's
tell it.
There's
all,
no
girl.
embarrassment. It's just who we are and what our life is, right?
Yes,
so no
I
big
did
deal,
that.
right?
Yes.
When we thought about telling the story about how all three of us met, I had to go back and think that, it's been so long. I met you and I met Jamie when I was 22 years old. So I thought that starting at what'd you say?
Long time.
It's been a long time. So long. But so I had come in to the company that we had all worked together, but it was an interesting story getting there to begin with. I had graduated from school with a degree in entrepreneurship, right? And so when you do that, you do one of two things. You either go start your own company, or you work for another company that had been a startup company. And so I went that route. I had bought my first rental property, and I went and worked for the startup company. And I didn't know anything about sales. I thought all I knew about sales was I'd read Professional Selling 101, and I watched Boiler Room. Do you guys remember that movie? Or Glenn Ross? You know the line, Jamie? I know you do.
Mm-hmm. ABC.
Coffee is for closers, right?
Coffee is for closers.
We watched it at
all
work.
I did in this company is that I went out and door knocked, cold called, whatever. Well, fast forward, I'm ready to get my first commission check, and I go cash it, and my check bounces. And so, so I don't even know if you guys know this or not. So my check bounces. This is not at the company. This is at the company prior to.
That is not at DB. Checks weren't
not at the
bouncing
company
at DB yet.
But so I'm sitting there. I go into the company's owner, and he reaches into his drawer, and he's like, I don't know what happened. He pulls out a cash advance check from a credit card company and rewrites me my paycheck on a cash advance check. And he said, why don't you cash this and we'll be good? So instantly I'm thinking, oh my goodness. That seems like an entrepreneurial thing to do. Like, you just got to get money wherever. However, I need to get a new job. I got a house. I'm just out of my career. Right. So I go look, and the job market was not great at the time. So I'm looking and I found a sales job at what it looked to me was like a builder supply house. And I just had bought a house. And so I'm thinking, I'm getting this job. I don't know what I got to do, but I'm getting this job. And so fast forward to part of the interview process, we needed to do our sales process at this company was a presentation. And so part of the interview process is attending this presentation so you understand the company. Who is doing the presentation? Jamie. Jamie is doing the presentation, and I just remember sitting there listening to her speak. She looks super professional, gorgeous, well-spoken, and I just thought, okay, I'm just going to follow everything that she does.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm getting this job. I'm following everything that she does. And part of the tour, part of the interview process was to take you on a tour around the office and your center that you were going to work in. And here's the leaderboard. Jamie's name is at the top. And I just knew that this is a person that I was just going to follow. And then plus walk past the desk and there is a giant check sitting on somebody's desk, and it probably, I don't know, It looked like a giant Publishers Clearinghouse check. Do you remember this, Jamie?
Yes, I do. I do.
Wait, it probably wasn't even for a ton of money either. It was like $100 or something. But
but it was a big check.
Okay,
like
I'm getting this job.
The presentation.
And I'm winning that check.
Yes. Yeah.
I was going to say, were you not skeptical of any of this though? Because I would be like, okay, is this shit like, what is this? You weren't skeptical. You were more excited.
No, I was like, I need a job. So
okay. I like it.
If somebody's making money at this company and I liked what they did, I'm just going to figure out how to do it and just get it done.
Yeah.
So fast forward, I end up getting the job, and 2 days into training, I'm in with my new trainer, Jamie, who is teaching me all of the things that she knows. And so do you remember the warning that you had gotten about me?
Warning.
Yeah. You probably don't even know this, Jessica.
I'm sorry. The owner of our franchise says to me, she's dynamic. She's super great. She's got a great personality. She's this, she's that. She's awesome. He's like, she talks a lot. He's like, you got to keep her on task. And I'm like, okay.
Wrap it up.
I know. He's like, wrap it up. Like, wrap it up.
The other funny thing I remember when I met you, Jamie, after we had been, I don't know, we probably friends for a few weeks at least, but I remember asking you, okay, like, girl, tell me about where do you get your eyelashes from?
My mother.
For those who are just listening and not watching the video, you don't know, but Jamie has fantastic eyelashes.
Right.
And they're real.
I always tell like mine. But mine are Lily's and Jamie's are Jamie's.
Yeah. No, it's so funny because I worked with our service manager for like, I don't even know, years. And finally one day she's like, do you put false eyelashes on every day? And I'm like, I've been working with you for like 3 years and you're asking me that today. Like, no, I don't. And I was like, my favorite thing is like, I got the eyelashes. My sister got the boobs. Like,
there you go.
It's like,
you got to split it up.
She got the boobs. I got the
Can't have it all.
eyelashes. That's how it goes. Yeah. That's so funny.
That's funny.
I absolutely love thinking about the first time we ever like sat together in that training room, Coralyn, because it was just exactly what you're saying. Like, Darren is like, she's awesome. She's going to be great. She's so, everything. She talks a lot.
Yeah, she talks a lot.
It served me well. I'm not going to be embarrassed.
I know.
Like to tell
You're
a good story.
absolutely perfect.
There you go.
For the role and
so,
yes,
Core.
for sure.
So that's the first day that you met.
So that's how I met Jamie. But
I only
fast forward,
knew
the
parts of
story
that.
keeps going. Right? Like, so it does. Well, yeah, here, keep talking. Here we go.
Right. It keeps going for 20 some years, but for the sake of time.
Right. Well, so then fast forward, there was a company contest, right, going on that we had already, and it was to go to the summit and win the sales contest, and we were going to go to Bermuda. And I remember Jamie and I had made a pack. The contest was already started by the time I started, but she gave me this pep talk. She's like, you can do this. Like, let's make sure that we go together. And so fast forward, we ended up both qualifying for this trip. And on our way there, she's talking about her friend Jessica that she can't wait to introduce me to. She's amazing. She had met you at the previous summit vacation that you guys had won last year.
How
and
the
so
hell do you remember? The shit is crazy to me. You know what?
It is great.
Do
you remember this?
back
Jamie?
in my early days, I smoked way
we go to
too much
Bermuda. I had
weed.
never stayed at this fantastic hotel ever before. It was so nice. I also remember Jamie and I went on a scooter race or scooter bike. trail or something like that for the
Mopeds,
afternoon or
right?
for the morning.
Yeah.
You had such a sunburn. You got so sunburned. So we go down to the pool to cool off. And here is Jessica. Again, I remember sitting on a lounge chair in your hot pink swimsuit, loud as loud can be. And Jamie's like,
Loud.
that's my friend Jessica.
I know. It's like, that's her. Let's go see her. Let's go. Yeah. Very much so. That's my
and
friend.
get ready because we about to get drunk. That's what she said that shit too. I know she said that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wow. So that was in Bermuda. And
I didn't know you guys met in Bermuda.
because-
That's where we met. It was in Bermuda.
I thought it was
Yeah.
maybe a conference
because-
before that, but that's awesome.
No. Well, it's shit. I don't know. But what I do know is that Bermuda, I just had a baby like 2 weeks ago, and everybody's like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Shit, I won this trip. I'm coming to this trip." And they were like, "Didn't you just have a baby like yesterday?" I'm like, no, that was like a whole 2 weeks ago. Baby's at home with my mom. He's good. I'm here."
Mhm.
And yeah, that was a lot of fun. So Jamie, oh wait, one more thing.
Yeah,
The
have
second
Jamie
part of
tell
the
her story.
icebreaker.
We'll talk
No,
about
you
that.
got to tell your second part of the icebreaker question. What are you most excited about on this Lead Like a Girl 2.0 journey?
Yeah. I think in addition to all of our mission, our vision, us getting to have extra girl time together, I think one of the best things that I'm excited about for this series and this season of our podcast is that we are telling everyday stories. It's not bringing in a speaker. Somebody sent somebody to the moon, somebody cured cancer. It's not super top executive women in most scenarios, but we're talking with everyday women sharing their everyday stories, how they've had gone through the yuck of life, hard, even triumphs, and just the resilient things that we're going to go through. And we're going to talk about that, talk about how we sometimes things are hard and sometimes things aren't, but just being able to be the sisterhood of women, just to be able to champion each other and be in these experiences and just really do life together and share all these stories. I mean, this is just one story, but as we're talking about all these different topics and different episodes, there's all these stories that we've shared on phone calls and just laughed about. And so recreating some of those things, I think we've got a really great next several episodes to talk about, where we've got some empowering stories, life lessons, and just areas that we've had a lot of growth. So
Yeah, no, I love that. And I haven't had a chance to share this with you guys, but as everyone knows, I spent the last 5 days in Chicago, really celebrating my grandmother's 97 years, spending time with my family and having these type of conversations. So many family members that I didn't even know listen to the podcast. I have my an aunt of mine. I mean, she's retired. She's in her 70s, late 70s. And she walked up to me and said, "Just so you know, I love your podcast. I listen to it every week." I'm like, you do? Yeah. So
you're trying to
I love
remember,
that.
what did I say again?
Exactly. So now I'm like, but I had a chance to sit down and, as you know, one of my other good friends, Jessica Sanchez, she had the opportunity to come to one of my family gatherings. And I was telling her one of my favorite cousins was my cousin Tina. And I said, "Talk about stories." Oh, she's got some stories. She's a grandmother, like I'm a grandmother now. And as we got to talking, I didn't expect this, but she shared with Jessica that she did some prison time. And so I told her, I'm going to call you now. I don't know if she's going to show up, but I'm going to call her, because guess what? I don't know about you guys, but I don't know very many people that have prison stories. And guess what though? You would never know. You'd be sitting at a table with her. She might be one of your coworkers, and you would never know that this woman did 14 months in prison. I'm not talking about jail, prison. So that's the extent of the diverse women. When you say everyday women, all walks of life, all of that type of stuff, that those are stories. That is what made her who she is today. It's not something she's proud of, but if she's willing to come and tell that story, I don't know about you guys, but I want to hear it. So
Absolutely.
now we'll go to Jamie. We still have some time, Jamie. So,
what do we have, like 30 seconds
do,
left?
do you need me to
I was
repeat
just-
the question?
No. I know. I was just thinking, remember when we first recorded and I'm like, you know what the biggest challenge is going to be for us to condense this to 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? Like every time we get on the phone, it's 2 hours. It's like 3 hours, whatever. No, I remember, Jessica, you telling me something about, I think Mark and Paul maybe said something to you about meeting me, maybe our first time at a conference. And my boss told me to go meet you. So I love that both of the people who owned our franchises were like, no, you got to meet this girl.
That was
You
part
have
of the
to-
brainwashing, Jamie. That was part of the brain. Get your
Brainwash.
superstar.
I don't even care
No,
now.
my superstar.
I don't even care.
And then they
It's-
compete on superstar.
I don't even care because now we've been friends for
Right,
25
right.
years. So whatever. You know what? I will jump on that brainwashing band
Absolutely.
train, whatever.
It's
But-
done me well.
Yeah, totally. I know. But they were like, you need to seek her out. You need to talk to her. We met, I feel like the first minute of us introducing ourselves to each other, we got along perfectly. We had such.
Where was it?
Well, I think it was in Chicago. Wasn't it in Chicago at the conference in Chicago? That was the first conference I
No.
went to. No.
I
The
thought
first
it was
conference
in
I
the
went to was
conference in the
Chicago.
Bahamas.
No. I went to Chicago.
You weren't in the Bahamas?
I was in the Bahamas too. Wait, did we meet there?
I see, and I'm the one that doesn't have the memory.
You know what? I don't.
so-
Oh, I'm horrible. Maybe it was the Bahamas.
This is PCE, pre-Coralyn era. I can't even comment.
Right.
Yeah, it was before you. But
Well,
we met.
But
I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure
I just
it was.
okay. So if it was the Bahamas, so this is how cool this experience was for us in our early 20s. The Atlantis Hotel. This was the very first year they ever opened in the Bahamas, and
Yep.
that's where we had our company's conference. Like,
Yep.
holy hell! Like
Michael
that's
Jordan
just amazing.
and Oprah were
I
were
thought
there.
wasn't like Prince or somebody staying there at the same time as us.
Look at how I don't remember that one. I just, of course, being from Chicago, I heard Oprah.
Oh,
and
of
Michael
course.
Jordan.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
Well,
done being built.
I lived
yet.
in Minneapolis, so Prince was more important to me than Michael Jordan at the time.
Amen.
But yeah, so yeah, I just remember the owner of my franchise saying, like, you have to meet this girl. We got along immediately. Not only that, but it's so one of the things I love about my friends, you meet people that you are so shocked that you have similar stories, because you meet somebody from, I mean, I grew up in Iowa. I lived in Minneapolis at the time. You're from Chicago. Like, I wouldn't have ever guessed that we'd have so much in common, but we did. Like, we absolutely did. And anyway, we connected right away. We've been friends ever since. I mean, it's been 25 years. Like, it's been forever that we've always been friends. I remember so many times when Coralyn and I, Jen and I, Coralyn, Jessica and I, like, we all hung out in Chicago for the weekend. And honestly came from very diverse backgrounds, but all of us just have that drive. It's all the same drive. It's all the same ambition. And it's like we started off and went, okay, cool. We have these things in common, and just like took off from there. And Jessica, I'm going to pause for a sec with the story, because I very rarely in life do you find somebody who's as loyal as you are as a friend, and as motivating, and as just, you're there all the time. You're always there to lift somebody up. You're always there to give them some advice. You're always there to call them out on their BS. You got to have those kind of people in your life. So I want to thank you for that.
Second.
So
I know,
wait,
right?
I have a
And
question.
honestly, no, I got to keep going.
Okay, go ahead.
And
Go ahead.
Coralyn,
Yeah, you're right.
same.
Not yet.
Like,
Not yet, Jazz. Not your turn.
Right. I'm sorry.
And Cor, you're the same. Like, not to like jump ahead, but I have often told people this about the two of you, that I have never had two people in my life that are the most accepting, non-judgmental, encouraging, just those women in your life that you want to be. Like, I look at the two of you and I'm like, that is who I want to be as a friend. I want everyone to feel the way I feel when I'm around these two people, because you're so uplifting and so motivating and so real. Like, you call me out of my BS when I need to be called out, And you also tell me when I'm feeling down on myself, like you lift me up and tell me when I need, like just it's amazing. The friendship's amazing. Okay, I digress. All right, Coralyn. So I met you for the first time when you were
Stop. No, go.
Keep going. Come on.
Well,
no,
you guys,
going.
obviously you have the same story, but from your perspective, Jamie.
Right. It's a totally
But from
different
your
one because,
perspective, what was it like?
I mean, I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to bring it back to a business idea because I felt like I mean, from get-go at this company, I was like, I'm giving myself 1 year to be top dog. Like I am absolutely going to beat everybody. Very competitive. And so
Yep,
as you can
that's what we do.
imagine, it's what we do. So as you can imagine, I'm in there trying to win trophies and shit. And then Coralyn shows up and I'm like, okay.
And all I'm
you
doing
remember
is copying what you're doing.
No,
Right.
You remember that year when you were number 1 and I was number 3?
blonde
I was
versus
like,
brunette.
I was so competitive.
You
we
were
were so competitive
and excited. You were
So
mad
mad.
and excited.
I was both. I was very proud. I am
Yeah,
very
because you
proud
took
of you.
credit. You taught her everything she knew.
Oh no, I didn't take
It's
credit.
true.
Believe me, this girl's got her own stuff. But there was 1 year when she won first place, and I think I was third. I don't think I was second. I think I was.
I
maybe
wasn't
third.
first. I think I was 4 and you
I
were
was going to
5.
say, I don't
but
remember this.
I think
I
it was,
thought-
I was 4 and you were 5. It was really, really close.
It was super
Like,
close, and it was
A
the whole
couple
company. We're
sales
talking
different.
we're talking about like 1,000 people, in the for the
Right.
year.
Right.
But man, I was mad at you. I love you, but I was just like,
You never told
freaking
me
frat,
that.
this girl. But yeah,
Truth is
anyway,
coming out on this.
I know,
Right.
But I love you. I mean, it was a very healthy competition. We'll say it that way. It wasn't. We were not snarky with each other. I mean, obviously, you're in sales and everybody wants to win, but it was very much a like. I mean, it was kind of one of those. At the end of the day, you're like, dang it, she beat me, but good job, girl. But
Okay.
anyway.
So I
Yeah.
have to share one thing really quick. So, because I'm not calling you, I'm going to say this word, but it's not pertaining to you. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. So,
Is that
what I
Coralyn?
have
Which is not me.
found-
Wait.
For the record, it's not me.
No. So, it's what I have found is when I've been sharing with some of my listeners, like, oh, we're doing this and we're doing this. So I've gotten this response, and I don't know, you guys don't have to share if you've gotten this too. But a few people are like, oh, because I tell this story about this friendship and we're starting this, and sometimes I don't even mention names. But when I get to the point of showing the picture, this is what I've gotten multiple times. Oh, they're white. And I'm like, yeah. So I have to ask. So, because I know people are wondering this, right? Am I like, and I'm okay with this. Am I like the token? I don't know what I am. Black friend, Spanish friend, is that whatever the heck I am, right? Am I that friend? Because I tell people, like, y'all know I don't have very many friends. It's like, okay. I mean, I have acquaintances, right? But I don't have friends. But I make this joke and I'm like, it's real. I don't know if it's a you guys thing or if it's just that white people friend that much differently than us. But you guys are some loyal ass bitches. I'm talking about really loyal. Like, it could be 1:00 in the morning and I call like, man, shit's bothering me. And they answer. They will like drop everything. They will like, I mean, seriously. So
I have
FaceTimed.
I have FaceTimed you while you were in bed. I know for a fact because
Like, so
I can see your covers
again,
and you're FaceTiming me while I'm like going through a crisis at 11 p.m. and you're like in bed. And
I
you're
I
like,
literally
okay,
called
can do
Jessica
it.
this morning and she was like, hello.
So back to the question. Am I maybe not the only, but I'm saying token
Why are you trying to put
as
us on
in
the
because I'm
spot?
special.
I know. No, I have tons
That's
of
what we
black
do.
friends.
But not
Gobs of
she's
them.
laughing. In
My
wait,
kid
you
is
don't have to tell us-
Mexican. What the heck?
Well, we do know that, Jamie. I know that, I tell people that too. But I'm talking about in your like close circle of friends. Am I that?
Do you want the title? Do you want a ribbon?
Yes,
Should we get you?
yes.
I feel
I'm
like she's
like-
looking for a ribbon.
I think she
Yes.
is too. Do we need to make
You
you a
know I'm
T-shirt that says like token
competitive.
black friend? Because I mean,
I know.
Yes.
I have some, but
Or coffee
you're my
mug,
favorite.
Yeti. There we go. That's it. I'm there. Core.
Right.
You're my favorite.
Wait, she doesn't want one of her black friends to listen to this and be like, really?
I know. Wait, I
I'd
thought
be
that
like,
was your
I'm gonna
friend.
get my ass beat later, but okay.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. No, but I think that's going to be. And listen, and this is where I think these conversations are great too, because I learned so much about. Here, I mean, come on now. I was raised by 2 white men, right? So I know a lot of these things, but like words that I learn all the time, like bring it to the carpet. I said that.
Call
wrong,
you on
didn't
the
I?
carpet. You're
All
almost
you on the
there.
carpet.
Okay. Call you on the carpet.
No, I
heard
think
that.
though, I feel like us growing up in Minneapolis, I grew up in inner city Minneapolis. And so I was surrounded around diversity, I feel like. So I know it sounds super cliche, but I don't really think of you as my black friend. I just think of you as my friend.
Well, I love
With
that.
a little
I love
flavor. And I love, I'm not going to lie, Jamie will attest to this. We have gotten invited to your family picnic for the last couple summers. And it is
Yeah.
everything you think Jessica's family party would be and more
Yeah.
is what
It's so
it is.
great.
And
It's amazing.
We're gonna get into those
We're in
stories
your
in another
family.
episode.
That'll be in a different episode. This is a teaser, but it is
Right.
off the hook, funny, and amazing.
Yeah,
So
it
fun.
is.
You concur,
so
Jamie?
listen,
I
we're at time,
completely
you guys,
agree.
and I'm so proud that we were able to get everything in that we wanted to talk about today. I hope that you guys will share this episode with as many people because we are just excited. We don't know what this is going to become, but what we do know is that we're here to make you laugh. We're here to make you cry. We're here to motivate you, to uplift you, to empower you, and all of that. So until next time, lead like a girl's out.
Next time.